Okay, hello Smarties. This is the chapter is what is government, which is belonging to your civics chapter. So I'm just going to make you a gist of what it's all about. Okay. As you can see, I've done little bit of drawing here and there. So let's start with the chapter. Before starting, I'm not going to read the chapter, but I just am to show you the little important detailing, which is important. The first one is what are the functions of government? Okay. You can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and perfect 10 functions of government. The first function is making decisions. They have got the authority to make decisions about the whole country. The second is to building roads and schools. Okay. The third is to reduce the vegetable prices. It can be like, for example, onion as given in the book. The increase of supply of electricity so that it will be easy for everybody to get the supply of electricity. The social issues like programs for the poor, like we've got the midday meal, it's something like that. Some small programs that are made for the poor people. Next is the postal and the railway that has been continuously uh, on an approach. Since the postal service, the railway service, what are the facilities that can be given to the normal people? These are in consideration. Okay, the next we have got the protecting the boundaries. As you can see that the international borders are always kept an alert so that nobody can enter without any permission. Next we talk about the good health facilities. As you can see, I've drawn a little bit of face of a mask, which is now a important part. Next is action during an earthquake or tsunami. What government takes the plans like providing health support, medical support, and staying facilities. And the last one is action in court if people violate any laws. If you are acting naughty, so the government will give you quite things which are not, which should not be done. So you can see that these are the important points for the functions of the government. Okay. Coming down here, there are the levels of government. What are the levels? There are basically three levels of government: local level, state level, national level. Example, I can give you Howrah, the local level, okay, or maybe you can say the Salt Lake. Now, what about the state level? State level means if you're looking after a particular entire state, like the West Bengal in this case. West Bengal, Assam, taking care of the state level. Acha, the local level and the state level, they are together known as a state government. For example, the Trinamool government in our case. Okay. Next, we have the national government. We have this national government. The national level, what happens? You can see the central government as it takes case of the in case of the whole country. You can see. So this is all about the three different levels of government: the local level, state level, and national level. Now we are going to know. Here you can see in your book. Let me turn the page. This is all about India map. There are little areas. The smaller areas are all the local governments that can be seen. This is West Bengal, Jharkhand, then Chhattisgarh, Orissa. These are all the state government, and the entire country is run by one single government that is known as a national government. Okay. For example, the BJP has been ruling the government. Next, we talk about the different laws and the government. So, if there are government, there will be some laws. Some laws has to be abide by. What are the different laws of the government? Let's come to see. There are 2 points given in the book that everybody should follow the laws that is made by the government. For example, if a person is driving a car but is not having a license, that means you can understand that the person should not drive. He will be sentenced or given a penalty, like you have to pay something or something like that. So it's like this. And what about the action? The actions are taken by the government if they are not following the rules and regulations. Like somebody is not given a job if on basis of their caste, religion. So these are the 2 points that have been given against the laws, that everybody should follow it. And the second point, actions will be taken by the government. Okay. Now let us come to know about the types of government, which is there in your book. There are basically 2 types of government. One is known as a democratic government, which you can see in democracy, and the other is a monarchy, where you can see a king holding a gulab or something like that, whatever. So there are 2 types of government. One is a democratic government and another is a monarchy government. What are the 2 points of democratic government? The first point is that, as you know, democracy means every person in the country has got the power of voting. We can vote. Of course, it has to be above the age of 18. So in the case of democratic government, we have got the right to choose our government. Okay. The government has to explain its action, like why the government is doing this, why the government is doing that. We can have the authority to ask the government, and the government can defend its decision. That means he has to explain why a particular rule or why he has taken a particular action. This is all a democratic rule, that is for the people, by the people, and of the people. Talking about the monarchy means, you can understand, it's all about the king or the queen. Whoever is ruling the country will rule the government. And how do they do all this kind of work? They have a group of people, and the group of people, they discuss the matters, but how to run a government. Some decisions are being made. The final decision, whatever is happening, this decision actually remains on the monarch. That is not dependent on the people. So in case of monarchy, they do not have to defend or explain its action. Whatever they feel that they are doing, this is all its last decision. They are not bound to explain why they are doing this. But in case of democratic, they have to explain. Talking about the last portion, that is India, the type of government is democratic. Okay. So the people have got the powers to elect their leaders, since it's a democratic rule. What is a representative democracy? Representative democracy means we have got the authority to choose our representatives. That is through an election process. We represent them, and they will move to the higher authorities and then rule the country or the state. And the last point, this is called a universal adult franchise. What is a universal adult franchise? All adults have got the right to vote in the country if they are above the age of 18. You can see a person is casting their vote and putting a mark on the finger. So this is all about the universal adult franchise, which was started by Gandhiji, as he said that no, men and women both have got the right to vote. I believe this chapter is clear to you. If you have any doubt, then you can please contact me. Okay, take care.